Bert, come on over here, because you haven't. Would you stand right here? Where would you stand? Would you?
Right here. And rather than mess up the polished brass, we'd stay like this.
I got you.
And we still do that to this day.
Does it have a good steering mechanism? This started off as a minesweeper, so it really wasn't.
Well, that's the autopilot. It's quite easy to.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have a knob here on the compass to put on autopilot, but this is a little.
Well, they had to update it a little bit.
There you go. Yeah.
How does it feel being back in the wheelhouse?
Wonderful. I'm ready to go to Seattle right now. Or Mexico.
Now, here's a picture of John Wayne standing right at the wheel. You took this picture.
Right.
Do you remember that day?
I certainly do. Yeah. His whole body was slathered with suntan lotion, and that's the reason there's a little shine on his cheek.
Well, he was
Yeah.
protecting himself against the rays.
Someone stole that hat in the last year he was alive. We were doing a charter in Seattle, and one of the guests stole his hat, and he was ticked off.
Uh-oh. Now we've done it. We've put Bert back at the wheel.
Back at home, back at home.
How does it feel being back at the wheel?
Feels great.
This is the real thing, too. He really
This is it.
doing
This
this
is
thing. Now, you're the captain now.
Yes, sir.
This boat is no longer, obviously, John Wayne's boat, but
Right,
it's still the Wild Goose, and it's got a new life.
Oh,
now.
you bet. Still, I mean, arguably the most famous, yacht in America, I would say. Thank goodness from the years that Bert was on it and all that stuff and the reputation that she has. But, yeah, nowadays we do corporate parties, weddings, birthday parties, and public cruises, stuff like that. And the old girl had to go to work since John Wayne passed, unfortunately.
Yeah, she had to pay her keep
that's
somehow.
Right. Now she
or
has to
another.
pay her keep, yeah.
But I bet you that there's still this wonderful cachet that this used to be John Wayne's boat. Still today, that's got to mean a lot.
It carries its obvious weight more so in gold, and it's a big boat, So it we have people come here that do a pilgrimage out to the West Coast and they show up at the fence and just admire the old boat just because they remember either when they were in town as a kid and saw the Duke and Bert going along in those days, or just the Bert's book, or just through song and fable of the Americana that the Wild Goose is.
Well, it's a legendary boat. Bert's a legendary captain. Keep your eyes on the road, though, Bert.
Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing your memories with us. Thank you for allowing us on board, Captain.
Absolute pleasure.
We've had an absolutely wonderful day here in Newport Beach. We've been visiting two boats. This one, the Wild Goose, and then earlier today we were on board the old Balboa Island Ferry.
Oh, sure.
Which has been around a long time
A lot of
as well.
history you saw today.
So we've been on a big boat and a little boat.
That's right.
And we have had an absolutely wonderful day here in Newport Beach on the water. We were looking for California's gold, and boy, did we find it. We've had an absolutely wonderful day. And there he is right there. He's California's gold as well. Still cutting a pretty good form there at the wheel. He's keeping us on the straight and narrow.
I'm ready to go to Seattle.